And welcome back, everybody. It is time for game number 3 here in this round of 8 match between eOnzErG and trutaCz. The score is currently tied 1-1 as we go into the game on Andromeda. Now, both the ZVZ so far have been fairly quick and dirty, which is par for the course as far as ZVZ goes. But on Andromeda, you know, it's a pretty big 4-player map. You got free mineral onlys in your main base. You know, maybe we can see some kind of long game, maybe even a hive. Dare I even say the word? But, I don't know. The thing is, though, neither of these players kind of strikes me as that kind of, you know, willing to really go out there and try something like high-level ZVZ. You know, trutaCz and eOnzErG are, you know, they both have really solid muta control and everything, and I think they'd both be willing to just stick to the standard mutaling. But you know what? Let's find out going into game number 3. Alright, here we go into game number 3. At the top, bottom left position as the brown Zerg, we have IFU eOnzErG. At the top left position as the white Zerg, we have trutaCz. Man, I feel like with Zerg in eOnzErG's name, I'm just going to be saying Zerg way too much. Could you imagine if trutaCz had the word Zerg in his name as well? Like what must it be like to cast, you know, Zerg Boy versus Zerg Man in Pro League? You know, I think they're both Zerg. I assume they're both Zerg. So you're talking about Zerg players for both of them, and then their actual IDs also have Zerg in it. Seems like gonna be a lot of repetition. Interestingly, we straight away have different scouts off the bat. So we have a horizontal scout here from eOnzErG and a vertical scout from trutaCz. So he's gonna scout eOnzErG first and have a very nice scouting advantage. And eOnzErG's probably not going to be thrilled about that. But I guess we'll see what build he decides to do. I mean, it will matter either way, regardless of his build, but I think some builds will be affected more. And look at this, he's gone for a overgas. Very interesting. What is he going to be playing against? It's going to be a 12-something here from trutaCz. I would assume just a safe 12 pool once again. Although on Andro, you could just 12 hatch. He could go for the 12 hatch. No, he's not going to risk it. He is going for the 12 pool. So eOnzErG is going to have a massive, massive gas advantage over his opponent. And his pool isn't going to be that far behind. Well, I say massive. It's probably going to be not even 100 gas. No, I'd say it's going to be like a 50 gas advantage maybe. Actually, I'm just making those numbers up. No, it is actually going to be quite big. Look at this. Let's actually see exactly how much gas he's going to have when this extractor finishes. It's actually going to be decent. Look at this. It could actually go up to 200 gas. You see, I told you I was making the numbers up. I actually had no idea. But there you go. Look. So he's down. He's mined 120 now. Extractor's still not quite done. The second overload's actually going to meet the first one now. So trutaCz will at least know his opponent hasn't 9 pooled. Oh, hold on. Let me click this extractor, and it looks like it's just under 200 gas. Ahead for the for eOnzErG. Meanwhile, trutaCz just gone the exact same build as last game, gone for the 12 pool expand, and he's gonna come over here. Now he's gonna see the extractor done, but obviously he won't necessarily know, or I don't think there's any way for him to know that this was an overgas build, unless he maybe can see from when the lair finishes or something like that. He might get some indication. I'm not really sure. I'm sure there's some kind of timing that he might be able to sense if he sees one of these, or if he sees the lair finish. But I guess we'll have to see. Now we do have some links coming out for eOnzErG as well. In fact, maybe just judging by how these lings are coming out, he might be able to tell. You know, there weren't 6 lings actually all saved up, or 3 larvae all saved up to make 6 lings or something like that. I'm afraid I don't have a mega top tier game sense for ZVZ. Just trying to think of ways trutaCz might figure out that this was in fact an overgas, because he obviously can't click the extractor and see the gas like we can. So this is going to be interesting. So what this is going to lead up to for eOnzErG is basically a really nice timing where he's going to have almost a 2 muta advantage in the air over his opponent, and he can try some kind of timing with that, and you know, maybe try and do some damage, because he is going to have to do some damage against trutaCz, who's gotten the expansion already, and eventually will be able to get the second gas and thus negate the gas advantage and take it for himself. In the meantime, we do have some speedlings going out, but of course with 2 hatches worth of larva and a good number of lings already made, I don't really see this being overly effective. However, it looks like trutaCz has actually skipped Zergling's speed entirely, just like in game number 1, and that could be quite dangerous. It looks like it's going to cost him a drone straight away. 2 lings actually making it into the main, but it looks like eOnzErG not paying attention, actually losing them straight off the bat. A bit of a waste there. Definitely could use those 2 lings to snipe at least a drone or 2. But not going to be able to do anything and being forced away. So man, I really thought that with that lane sneak, he would have done a little bit more, but he's still able to use his speedlings to abuse the position here, running around the hatch. He's got to be a little bit careful. He's got more reinforcing lings coming up, and looks like catching a few of trutaCz's lings off guard. He's got another 2 lings into the main base. Is he going to be able to use these a little bit better? The rest of the lings are retreating, so it looks like he's going to focus on the 2 speedlings in the main base. It looks like the 1 drone, I can't even click it. But, oh, this 1 drone? Alright, 1 drone's gonna fall, and only 1 drone. There must be a damage drone here somewhere. Oh yeah, it looks like, wow, that drone actually survived with 1 hit remaining, so quite lucky there. So eOnzErG trading a decent number of lings for that 1 drone. trutaCz with a 3 supply lead right now. Oh no, never mind, looks like eOnzErG's caught up, presumably because, yeah, he started his mutas right now. So, so here we go, the mutas on the way for eOnzErG. Of course, the mutas for trutaCz won't be that much later, but the thing is, he won't have quite as much gas as his opponent to actually use on them. But eOnzErG actually trading away almost all of his Zerglings there. I'm not sure that was the best idea. He did manage to get 2 speedlings into the main once again. Gonna be able to force some drone stacking. Might get an extra drone. If he can at least kill 1 more drone, I think that may be semi-worth it. But no, it looks like with some good drone stacking from trutaCz, able to save all of his drones. Of course, it did cost him some mining time, but that is not the end of the world. And curiously, we actually have a drone coming out for eOnzErG, so he's not going to try any kind of sick muta timing. He's just going to go build his natural expansion and just kind of sit on his gas advantage. But if trutaCz gets his second gas, you know, any time before eOnzErG does, then the gas advantage would basically be nullified, and the overgas build wouldn't have really used its strength there. Anyway, let's see what these mutas can do. Let's see if we have any upgrades going on. Are these players focused on the late game? No upgrades just yet. Don't want to risk it. Of course, the upgrade takes quite a while to kick in, and in the meantime, it's basically a muta's worth of gas that you've got locked up in the spire. Looks like 1 overlord has actually fallen. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that, but it looks like with these mutas actually got an overlord that was in the middle of the map. So trutaCz getting temporarily supply blocked, but he's still supply blocked at a higher supply than eOnzErG. eOnzErG's actually stuck himself at 25 of 25 and is just now getting this natural hatchery. And look at all these Scourge. You see, one of the things that the larva advantage has allowed trutaCz to do is actually get a whole bunch of Scourge without really sacrificing the muta and the ling count, in fact, very much. And look at this, actually the ling's distracting the mutas a little bit, so trutaCz's muta is going into the drone line here of eOnzErG, gonna start taking down some drones. A lot of Scourge flying around, making it difficult for eOnzErG to come back here. eOnzErG, again, not stacking his mutas perfectly here. He's got a micro well against these Scourge if he wants to even survive right now. But oh my god, he just stops. He stops microing against everything. But it looks like he had just enough to actually take on trutaCz. I do not understand why he just stopped microing and just tanked all of the Scourges, though. It seems quite strange. Maybe he just didn't want to lose any more drones or something, but man, that's... he really just deliberately seemed to stop microing, which is really peculiar to me. But I mean, I don't even know. I mean, now he's really far behind his supply. 16 supply against 27 for trutaCz. trutaCz seems in real commanding lead of this game. I mean, pretty much the only advantage eOnzErG has right now is that he's got ling speed and trutaCz doesn't. Microing down those couple of Scourge there. And it looks like trutaCz now going to keep the pressure on, not going to let eOnzErG catch his breath here. Here we go, going in with the lings and the mutas as well. Gotta be careful not to let the Scourge hit the Overlord, but otherwise, oh, here we go. He's also gonna be careful about the Scourge of eOnzErG. Looks like he's gonna start microing those down while eOnzErG's mutas go after the Zerglings. Good micro by trutaCz. eOnzErG taking down these lings. Again, still not really controlling the mutas. I don't know what's going on with eOnzErG today, but he's not actually controlling his mutas at all. This is just, I just can't understand what's happening right now. I mean, is he just like really hungover or something? there's just a complete absence of muta control. But, well, I mean, he's not dead yet. He's really far behind, but, you know, he's technically not dead yet. I mean, what is eOnzErG doing? Is this even really eOnzErG? This is not eOnzErG level of play. Well, looks like trutaCz is content to mass up a few more mutas before going back in. Of course, you do want a decent number of mutas to be able to efficiently micro down Scourge. If you only have like 3 or 4, even though you can micro down Scourge, it's really a pain in the butt because sometimes they don't, you know, get all their shots off and they don't hit the Scourge, and it's like, you know, a little bit crazier. Anyway, here he goes with a nice big muta count. 38 supply against just something. 22. There we go. Finally able to clip one of eOnzErG's units. Link's going in on the ground. Muta's microing down Scourge in the air. You know, trutaCz having really solid muta control. As you can see, no chance of getting touched by any of these Scourge. And GG from eOnzErG. He knows he can't compete with the muta count of trutaCz. And trutaCz takes game number 3. So despite going down in game number 1, trutaCz is pulling it back, taking games 2 and 3, and is now in the lead in this best of 5 series. He is 2-1 up over eOnzErG going into game number 4, which will be on Polaris Rhapsody. I really hope eOnzErG kind of remembers how to muta micro again. I'm again not very sure what's going on with him, but I definitely know he's capable of more than he's shown, I think, in these last couple of games. So let's see what's going to happen on Polaris. Now, by the way, note that Polaris Rhapsody is the map where we had some proxy hatch ZVZ in the round of 16, I believe. So yeah, this could be very interesting. So we're going to go to a quick break and then come back for game number 4.